Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Today, we are at the Horseshoe Hotel and Casino in Las Vegas, Nevada. This hotel has a long history, as you can tell from the exterior of the building. This building is about 50 years old, and it was the original home of the original MGM Grand. Since then, it's been renovated a few times, turned into the Bally's for a while, and then a few years ago, they rebranded it as the Horseshoe. I did a review of this hotel a few months ago, and I got a lot of comments from people saying, that's not the Horseshoe. The Horseshoe is not in the middle of the strip. The Horseshoe is downtown. So maybe there's another Horseshoe somewhere. For those of you watching this video, this is the Horseshoe that used to be the Bally's, and it's right in the center of the strip. It's right in front of the Bellagio Hotel. It's right next door to the Paris Hotel. It's a great location. It's one of the cheaper hotels on the strip. It might even be the cheapest hotel for the Caesars property. Comparable hotels in this category for MGM include the Excalibur and the Luxor. Both Caesars and the MGM have the resort fees, which are about $40 per night. Okay, here is another entrance into the casino. The prior entrance was coming from the tram area and the underground, which is where the arcade is, and we'll go into that in a little bit, but here's the lobby area. I've never been to the Bally's, so I don't know how many changes they've had since then. But this is a low-end hotel, and I think they did a nice job. The slot machines are nice, modern. Carpet looks good. There's lots of light in this casino. If you're staying here, I think it's a great place to just spend some time at the slot machines. I'd say it's just as good as most of the other casinos. It does lack a theme though. I didn't notice any theming. I don't know if, besides the Horseshoe name, and maybe there's a few places with a picture of a horseshoe, but I think it's a generic hotel in general. One of the towers that used to be part of the Bally's is now part of the Paris Hotel. So I think this hotel overall is a little smaller than the Paris, and the Paris is now a little bit bigger. So now as we're walking through, we're going to be passing a few restaurants on the left, but we're going to go downstairs. And downstairs is where they have the arcade. It's actually a gigantic arcade, and I wasn't expecting that, but I think they really are kid focused in this hotel. I did get footage of the inside of the arcade. Depending on how interested you are, you can stay to review that, but for now we're just going down the stairs. Nice water feature on the stairs. Here are the tickets to the tram. So I never took the tram before. I saw it here. Well, I saw it at MGM, but the first time I ever took the tram, I took it to the Horseshoe Hotel. So the station is deep inside, all the way back. But you know what else is down here? There's the health center. There's also the food court. So I see a lot of the hotels have this on the second floor, but in this hotel it's underneath. Not sure what this is. Dinosaur themed something. So here we are coming up on the food court. Yeah, I've always liked this part of the strip. I normally stay in the south of the strip, so I do tend to stay at places like the Park MGM. I had recently stayed at Bellagio, I've recently stayed at Excalibur and Luxor. I've stayed at both of those hotels many times. And then earlier this year, I had 4 nights at the Encore. So that's one of the nicest hotels on the Strip. And I didn't pay for those nights. I actually got those through a status match from some nights I stayed in Atlantic City. So I am able to navigate and get some value from these Vegas trips without having to pay the full price. But I think it's a great place to spend vacation, and you can get value if you really look for it, if you're willing to work for it. When I was in the Bellagio earlier this year, I paid for those nights with loyalty points, which I got from My Vegas Rewards. And that's a free casino app on your phone, your cell phone, and the computer. I made a video about that. It's on my channel if you want to check it out. All right, here we are at the arcade. Look at this place. I mean, I haven't played arcade games since I was a kid. I do play games now still. Sometimes video games. I like virtual reality. But an arcade, I haven't done that since I was a child. I never was into these claw games. I know the odds are against you, and I never wanted one of those animals. You just buy it. I guess that's not part of the fun. See, I don't know the prices of these tickets, but it's just a little bit of a review of what's down here. It's very colorful. This day was a weekday, so there weren't really that many kids in here, and it was the summer, so it would have otherwise been busy. I think this isn't very new, so I've seen some reviews of people being surprised that the Horseshoe actually had all of this stuff down here. I'm not sure if they had this when the Bally's was here. I think this might be part of the rebranding, so they still need to get the word out. All right, so as we exit, we'll continue walking down, and I didn't get inside the fitness center, but I did get a little footage from the outside, and there is a fitness center, but I didn't see anybody walking in or out. And it's kind of in a strange location because you're gonna have to walk all the way from your room. So usually the fitness center is a little more convenient. Oh, and the Horseshoe pool is out here. I didn't catch any footage of that, but the Horseshoe pool is down in this direction, so that is also quite a distance, I think. Tram, the pool. There's so much walking you do in Vegas anyway. Just got to be ready for it. Whenever I see people their first time in Vegas and they're walking around in flip-flops or high heels, I already know that they're going to have a great first day and their second day is going to be much harder. Try to bring comfortable shoes and try to limit your walking as a plan, because you'll always walk more than you think you will. There's just so much to see. But this tram here, I'll review the pricing and I'll also review the stops in a second. But it's just such a great way to get around the Strip. You can go all the way down to Convention Center. I think that's one of the first stops. And then the last stop on the Strip is the MGM Grand. And you can certainly walk both of those directions from the middle of the Strip here. But I mean, by the time you get there, and then if you have to walk back, it's just, I think it's a bit much. Las Vegas is really warm a lot of the time of the year. Sometimes it's over 100 degrees and it's a very dry heat, so there's not a lot of shade either. So it is tiring, and it's almost like you can't carry enough water. Thanks for stopping by watching this video. Appreciate it. If you found this video helpful, please give it a like, and I welcome you to subscribe to the channel. I have tons of Las Vegas content on this channel, including Las Vegas transportation in detail. I have scripted reviews of the different hotels that are here, including the Horseshoe Hotel and Excalibur and the Luxor and all the other popular hotels. Like I said, I stayed at Bellagio, so I did a review of that too. So thanks so much, and I will see you in the next video.